He's another guy who loves to learn from veterans, and so having him now being a veteran player but learning from Calais is going to improve his game as well.
Dalvin Tomlinson, 31 years old, will be the starting nose tackle. Free agent signing from the Browns, guy that's been around, very good player. Obviously Darius Robinson, Calais Campbell, and Walter Nolan, but then you got some spots that 4 or 5 guys are competing for. First down catch as Zappi finds Wiley. And Davis Gaither in his first year with the Cardinals makes the tackle. There is a flag down. This will come back. It's on the Chiefs.
Yeah, Dalvin Tomlinson is a space eater. That's the best way to put it. He's 6'3", 325. Turn on the tape, he's a typical nose. But he just eats up space. Hard to move back. He gets great pressure. Going to be a huge addition for this defense.
L.J. Collier, another guy fighting for a roster spot.
Ineligible player downfield. Offense number 61. A 5-yard penalty. Second down.
It'll be second down and 9 back at the 31.
Collier, to your point, another one of those defensive linemen who can produce. But as the room gets deeper,
please reset the clock to 7 minutes and 16 seconds.
as the room gets deeper, you start looking to your left and to your right saying, can all of us make the roster? That's when some of those special teams opportunities come in. Harder for defensive linemen, but those are the things you think about.
Zappi, quarterback for Kansas City, second year out of Western Kentucky. Back to throw. Pressure off the edge, and the pass incomplete. He had to ground that, and there is Jordan Burch. Third-round pick out of Oregon, 8.5 sacks last year. He's looked terrific in training camp.
He has, and I got to give him a little bit of credit. That was a screen, and so the offense is letting guys beat them, but Burch beat his tackle quicker than most. So I'll give him a little bit of credit. But let's taper it a bit on that specific play because it was a screen pass.
Cardinals, though, really wanted to address that room, the outside linebacker room, in the offseason. They did through free agency with the big signing of Josh Sweat, who had 2.5 sacks against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl when he was a member of the Eagles. They also drafted Burch, as we just mentioned. 3rd and 9, Zappi in trouble, running around, being chased, and flags go down, and so does Zappi, and it's Burch that gets the takedown back at the 25.
So now he gets the credit, right? At that time, not only, and there's going to be a flag, I think illegal touching downfield, so it's going to come back, but he got chipped on that play. He almost got held on that play and still made a play.
Illegal contact, defense number 29, 5-yard penalty with an automatic first down.
I still hate that call that you can have illegal contact, especially in that situation where the quarterback's scrambling around and you get bailed out because it's an automatic first down. That's rookie Denzel Burke out of Ohio State, who's been very good in camp, but penalized here, and it cost the Cardinals.
You hate that call. Think about Jordan Burch hating that call. He just got a sack. L.J. Collier was in on that sack. They did all that work just to get penalized. That's what we talk about. The front end and the back end, rush and coverage have to work together in the good and the bad.
Mitchell looking for running room, and it's not there. Cardinals did a good job up front that time. P.J. Mustipher, another name to watch here in preseason on that defensive line.
And to your point, we talk a lot about pass rush, which is positive, but you have to be able to stop the run as well. So Mustipher did a great job on the inside. Jordan Burch wasn't rushing the quarterback on that one, but he did a great job setting the edge as well. You cannot just be one-dimensional if you want to have multiple reps on this team.
Cardinals rush 4. Zappi chased by Thomas, and his pass underthrown and intercepted. It's Darren Hall with the pick. The 4th-year pro takes the ball away for the Cardinals at their 43-yard line.
Talk about rush and coverage working together. Xavier Thomas did a great job affecting the quarterback. And there you see Hall, not only great in coverage, but great getting depth. In football, if you're a defender, if you're a linebacker, a nickel, a corner playing zone, depth is your friend. So the rush is going to do a great job making the quarterback escape. See the inside move, great job by Xavier Thomas blowing up the running back. Bailey Zappi's fading away, but look at the depth. He's about 20 yards downfield. Unbelievable play, listening to your coaches and getting depth when there's nobody in front of you.
Jacoby Brissett back in at quarterback, hands it off for Benson, who gets spilled at the 48-yard line. With that turnover, Sombrer's is giving away a free bean and cheese burro at any of their Valley locations tomorrow only with a purchase of a 20-ounce drink. Sombrer's family owned since 1986. Darren Hall trying to make the roster as that fifth safety / special teamer. Obviously, Jalen Thompson, Buda Baker, Dadrian Taylor Demerson have the first 3 spots locked up. Joey Blunt, who's been around, Keaton Crawford, a 7th-round pick out of Nevada, who's looked really good, and Darren Hall also competing for positions. On the 53, Benson, nice moves in the hole, flags down, and so is Benson, with Johnson making the tackle for Kansas City.
Illegal hands to the face, defense number 97. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Ashton Jalot, guilty party there for Kansas City. Sam, you probably at some point in your career were in this position. We were talking earlier about guys like Darren Hall who've been around. They've got 4 years of NFL experience. Noel Nichols, other guys that maybe bubble players. How do you, in regular season game, what's your mindset like in that situation as a veteran, as opposed to a young guy trying to make the roster?
Well, there's 2 thought processes, and I'll let this play run.
All right, Benson tried to bust it to the outside. No running room, didn't get much help, and taken down for a loss.
The first piece is, if I'm a veteran, how do I help this guy make the team? You talk to guys like Calais Campbell, Buda Baker. They're trying to help the young guys make the team. The second piece is, I can only do so much. You're the guy that has to make the play. It's a production-based business. And so Darren Hall, you're fighting for a roster spot. Even if you don't make the spot on this team, interceptions like that, 31 other teams are watching. So you might be fighting for a spot for a different team. So veterans try to help, but the rookies or younger players have to be the ones to make the plays themselves.
Benson again, and immediately on the handoff, there's a defender right in his face, but he's able to actually get positive yardage. Nice run that time. Take a look at our Fight for 53, sponsored by Desert Financial Credit Union.
Talking about some of those guys fighting for spots, the groups to watch: O-line, OLB, and D-line. We've seen some of the offensive linemen been shuffled, but outside linebackers, Xavier Thomas, Jordan Birch, that's what you're watching. Defensive line as well. There's so much depth there. So you talk about fighting for a spot, these are the opportunities to put something good on tape.
There's a screen to DeMercado, and he's got running room. Inside the 30, DeMercado still going. Inside the 10, it's a touchdown for DeMercado. Great run after the catch by the 3rd-year pro out of TCU.
And that screen game is looking mighty pretty. Drew Petzing loves drawing it up. Brissett does a great job with his eyes, and Amari DeMercado does the rest. He sets up the safety, sets up the defender, hurdles through another one, and finds the end zone. Did the same thing in college back at TCU. He's great in space, and now he's making a name for himself in the NFL.
He did it here, too, in the national championship game. Had a big play a couple years ago when he was with the Horned Frogs. Extra point makes it 14-10. You showed position groups, one that you can't talk about obviously all of them at once, but running back again is a big one, and that will certainly help DeMercado's cause, who was the 3rd down back a lot last year. Can also return kicks. SRP Touchdowns for Teachers gives teacher grants with every Cardinals touchdown. Learn more at srpnet.com/teach.
And how do you earn more time, not just to be a 3rd down back, you do plays like that? Amari DeMercado came in the game a lot last year on 3rd down. Why? He's great in pass protection, and he's great catching the ball out of the backfield. When you start making explosive plays, you start giving your offense and your head coaches a reason to put you in the football game. That's how you earn more playing time. Look at his eyes, setting up the defender, using his speed, using his hands. But this started because he earned an opportunity. Third down, he did something little very well. What does he do? He blocks well. Okay, put him in the game. He catches well. Okay, now you do the extra thing. You do the basic thing well, but do the extra even better to earn more of an opportunity.
So it's now 14-10 after the touchdown for DeMercado. He had a touchdown rushing last year. Also had 16 catches.
Now you see him on special teams right here. We call it the L2 position. Let's see if he can go make a tackle.
And this one taken on the goal line by Williams, and a nice tackle by Joey Blunt. There's a flag down. Now Blunt is a very good special teams player. Has been that for a few years now. Fourth season for Blunt.
Personal foul, illegal double team Blunt. Receiving team number 30. A penalty will be enforced half the distance to the goal. First down.
And we've already seen that twice. You see that a lot early in preseason games. Haven't been doing a lot of live special teams in practice. Santan Ford scoring drive presented by Santan Ford and Gilbert. Santan Ford and the Cardinals. We are Santan Ford. Officially 43-yard touchdown catch for Emari DeMercado.
Talk about the why you're seeing some of these penalties. The reason why is that, yes, you don't get a lot of live reps, but also you're going against a different look that you haven't seen. And so you're a little bit nervous. You're thinking, okay, I missed my block. Can I go help someone else on their block? So that's when those penalties, we say penalties kill returns. That's what you're seeing early on. It's not just the fact that you're not going live. It's the fact that you haven't seen these reps from a different team.
Little juice in the stadium right now after that touchdown by DeMercado. And this group stepped up defensively on the last possession with the Darren Hall interception. Let's see if they can get the ball back for the offense again. 3:12 to go in the half.
And even if you don't get an interception pass, one great thing the defense can do is keep them backed up. We call this the black zone, backed up.
First down.
So the crowd gets loud, you're closer to the end zone. If you can keep them backed up, all of a sudden you force them to punt, you get the ball at the 50-yard line. Now 10 yards, you're in field goal range. This is a very critical drive for the Cardinals defense.
Cardinals obviously play their division foes here. Also will have Carolina, Tennessee, Green Bay coming to town. In regular season action, movement by just about everybody except the center. Chiefs will march back 5 yards.
False start. Offense number 72. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Kansas City will operate now from inside its 8-yard line. Andy Reid, one of the best coaches in football. You're 27 as a head coach. 5 Super Bowls the last 6 years with 3 victories. 15-2 record for KC last year. Mitchell gets to about the 11-yard line. Mike Walker is trying to make the team as a backup linebacker, special teamer on the tackle. You know, you think when Andy Reid was let go by Philadelphia, a lot of Eagle fans were happy. I wonder if, even though they won the Super Bowl last year, he's got 2 more.
I wasn't happy, man. I grew up kind of rooting for the Eagles a little bit. I know I grew up in Dallas. I loved Andy Reid. I'm like, why are y'all getting rid of him? And no, I'm not a Chiefs fan, but I am an Andy Reid fan. He's a phenomenal football coach.
Certainly one of the best to do it. Zappi almost throws another pick to Darren Hall. He jumped the route, could not secure that, but helping his cause by at least getting to the football. The interception would have helped even more.
And he's mad at himself, but he has great eyes. He undercuts the route. Scott Moore's the intended receiver. So great eyes in his zone coverage, undercutting the route. The last piece that makes people special is intercepting the football. Especially when we talk about black zone, you intercept it, now all of a sudden those are automatic points. He'll get it next time.
Now 3rd down and 12. Cardinals defense trying to get off the field. A rush to Zappi. He climbs the pocket, unloads, and it's pulled in. And now they say incomplete. It hit the ground. Brownlee, who had a great catch on the touchdown in the first quarter, had to reach back for that one, could not bring it in, so it's 4th down.
That was great ball placement by Bailey Zappi. He was great out of college.
Boy, it looks like his hands are under the ball. Looks like a catch to me. And if it is a catch, it's going to be a first down if this gets overturned. Andy Reid just threw the challenge flag. We're outside of 2 minutes, so it has to be a coach's challenge. Looked like a catch from that angle.
It did. You talked about the ball placement by Zappi, but even a better job by Brownlee coming back to the football.
The previous play of incomplete pass is being challenged by Kansas City and will be reviewed.
Again, we saw Brownlee make a great play on the touchdown, so he's certainly capable of making that catch even on a throw that's behind him. He juggled it, but it looked like his arms were under the ball and had possession.
It does. Looks like he has control. And mind you, we're seeing one angle.
Right.
The referees, they have different angles that they see that we can't see. But from our vantage point, and Pash, you said it even beforehand, it looked like he had control of that football.
Let's go places and take a look at our out-of-town score, sponsored by York Valley Toyota Dealers. Giants with Jackson Dart beating the Bills. Minnesota over Houston. The Rams expected to be a factor in the NFC West over the Cowboys.
Jackson Dart had some, people were excited about Jackson Dart. Him and Shador had some pretty solid showings as rookies in their first opportunity in the NFL.
Sanders started for Cleveland last night.
After review, the ruling on the field stands.
Wow.
Incomplete pass.
So,
Kansas City is charged with timeout.
by the language of stands, the assumption is they did not have enough video evidence to overturn the ruling on the field, because the ball can touch the ground if you have possession and you've got control.
And maybe that's what they didn't see, to your point, Pat. Maybe they didn't see the control. From our vantage point, I thought he had control, but it needs to be inconclusive, and it wasn't.
So the Cardinals will have an opportunity now with the 2-minute warning and 3 timeouts, and assuming they get good field position with the Chiefs backed up in their own end zone for the punt. Matt Ariza about 3 yards deep to boot it away. And this is a huge punt. DJ Dallas racing backward. He muffs the punt at the 21-yard line. He was able to pick it up, though, before the big hit. He kept the ball, but got laid out that time by Noah Williams. A 67-yard punt, and the Cardinals will start around their 20.
That was special. Like that punt by Matt Ariza, that was different. I mean, usually you're backed up in your own end zone, get the ball around the 50-yard line, maybe 45. That ball was about 65, 70 yards, 80. I mean, it keeps on going back. And then Noah Williams, the rookie out of Cal, he was phenomenal last year when it came to intercepting the football. He's trying to earn a roster spot by making tackles like that on special teams.
So now the Cardinals,
and that punt by Matt Ariza,
have to start from their 21. They do have plenty of time to run their 2-minute offense with essentially 4 stoppages of the clock. Brissett in trouble, steps up and throws complete to Higgins. Out to the 32-yard line, a first down for Arizona. That will take us to the 2-minute warning. But we'll come back. The Cardinals will have the ball at their 32. 3 timeouts. Looking to take the lead before halftime.
Moment he loves right here.
It's not a big target, Pat.
No, but he is a great long iron player. He's going to fly it right down into that wind. Looking for right in the middle of the green. This is on a phenomenal line if it's got the right distance.
Oh, that's a wonderful shot.
What a shot.
Great shot. What a great shot.
The crowds are flocking around the 18th green. Taylor Gooch with a brilliant second shot at the par 4. He'll have 2 putts for the title. Well done.
Perfect.
Well played, Taylor Gooch. John Rahm threw the gauntlet down at Taylor Gooch's feet. And what a steely-eyed, gutsy response. from the former Oklahoma Cowboy.
Defensive Spotlight, sponsored by your Valley Chevy dealers. One of the best safeties in football, Buda Baker, 9th season with the Cardinals out of Washington. 7 Pro Bowls, second team All-Pro a year ago, and one of the leaders on this defense.
6 straight Pro Bowls, 7 overall. Each year, the last 6 years, been to a Pro Bowl. And his leadership is what stands out to me the most. Yes, I love his play. Turn on the film. He's got a nose for the football. He's fearless. But just talking to him before this game, he talked about how much he wants to pour into the younger guys. You don't hear that often from veterans. He's special.
Meanwhile, the offense on the field with 2 minutes to work with, trailing by 4. The second team offense on the field. Jacoby Brissett throws complete to Weaver, who's got really good speed, and he gets a first down out to the 44-yard line. So 12 more yards, plenty of time here, and the Cardinals have all their timeouts.
But you love to see the operation right now. So Xavier Weaver gets the ball, hands it to the referee. They're taking their time a little bit, but these are opportunities to practice short 2-minute operation. We talked about backed up, black zone, talk about red zone. Now's a 2-minute, different situational football period you get a chance to attempt.
Hand off to DeMercado. The Cardinals will use their first timeout after the short game. Clock stop with 1:19 left. Although there's an injured Chief, so not sure if the Cardinals will get charged a timeout here or not because of the Kansas City injury. It's Deion Bush.
Timeout. Kansas City due to the injury.
Yep, so Kansas City timeout. The veteran Bush in year 9.
Out of the U, Miami. We played together in Chicago, and he's talk about leadership. Yes, he's won a couple of Super Bowls, but he's another guy who players on the Kansas City Chiefs team look to. That's why you see some of his guys, Mike Edwards, some of those guys around him. He's a locker room guy. He's a glue guy, and he's been that way since he was a rookie.
Even Patrick Mahomes coming out. So that, to your point, tells you the respect they have in the locker room for Bush.
Sometimes we get so focused on the star players, but you don't always see the guys who keep the team together. And now we're seeing the cart coming out, which is not a good sign.
All right, we'll step away. Back to State Farm Stadium in a moment with the Chiefs up 4.
Moment he loves right here.
It's not a big target, Pat.
No, but he is a great long iron player. He's going to flight it right down into that wind. Looking for right in the middle of the green. This is on a phenomenal line if it's got the right distance.
Oh, that's a wonderful shot.
What a shot.
Great shot. What a great shot.
The crowds are flocking around the 18th green. Taylor Gooch with a brilliant second shot at the par 4. He'll have 2 putts for the title. Well
Just
done.
perfect.
Well played, Taylor Gooch. John Rahm threw the gauntlet down at Taylor Gooch's feet.
This move there you see from Patrick Mahomes, along with the rest of the Chiefs, just showing their love for their teammate and how important Deion Bush is to the locker room and his leadership. We're being told a non-contact injury, so obviously not good based on his reaction. His teammates' reaction as he's carted off in his day, and perhaps more is done.
We talk a lot about the preseason and the games mattering or not mattering. I mean, it matters. For a guy like Deion Bush, year 9, he's won Super Bowls, he's trying to earn a spot as a starter again. He started before in the past. We don't know, and I'm not going to speculate, but you have to play every play like it's your last, because you never know when it will be.
So 1:19 left. The Cardinals have 3 timeouts. They trail by 4. Jacoby Brissett operating the offense in his Cardinal debut. 10th NFL season. Brissett takes a shot downfield to Weaver, and a lot of contact, and there comes the flag. Weaver got tangled up with Johnson, and that will give the Cardinals good field position inside the Kansas City 30.
Pass interference. Defense, number 13. First down to spot of the foul.
So Nazee Johnson, the guilty man. Let's check in with Danny.
Rookie Hayden Conner getting some snaps at center today. Not a position he had a lot of exposure with in college, although offensive line coach Justin Fry says Conner can already mentally handle playing one-handed for half a snap. Fry says Conner has grasped on pretty well and is getting some good exposure with these live reps here tonight.
And Danny, important if you can play 2 positions, assuming the Cardinals keep 7, 8 offensive linemen. After the penalty, first down on the 27. The Cardinals will keep it on the ground, but no running room that time as Conner was out there in space trying to free up some running room for DeMercado, but it was not to be.
That's a great point, Danny and Dave. Hayden Conner went to Texas. He played guard for the majority of his career, but he said he's practiced snaps every day at practice. So now he's getting a chance not just to practice, but to play center. You saw him there. He's 6'6", 315, but he's pulling. So he's a big body, but he's got quick feet.
Cardinals keeping all their timeouts. 40 seconds to go. 2nd down and 10. Brissett hits DeMercado over the middle. And it's another first down, and Jonathan Gannon will call a timeout with 31 seconds left. DeMercado very sure-handed. We also saw earlier what he can do with the ball in his hands on the catch and run for a touchdown. Jonathan Gannon, year 3 as the head coach for the Cardinals. Very good last year with clock management, situational football. And talking with Monty Ossenfort before the year, they're very happy with the culture and the foundation that's been laid here by Gannon and his staff.
Well, culture is a great word. A majority of the players on this Arizona Cardinals football team stayed around the facility this offseason. They didn't go and train other places. They wanted to be inside the building. Most times you see guys go and train in Texas or Florida. They stayed with the facility, and that means culture is building from the inside out.
Brissett, everybody covered, takes off inside the 10 and close to the first down as he steps out of bounds with 23 seconds to go. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Cardinals.
Talk about that new technology spotting the ball. This is where we may get a chance to see it. So that technology, it may or may not come out yet, but it's not based off of a chip being in the football. It's based off of where the referee spots the ball. Then they have cameras around that'll essentially take away the chain gang.
Yep, that Hawkeye technology that can get the review and the spot much quicker than having the chain gang come out. And they saw it as a first down. DeMercado getting another touch, pushing forward, and down to the 1-yard line. Cardinals call another timeout. That will leave them with 1. So they can run the ball again here on 2nd down and goal at the 1. If they don't get in, they'll have enough time to call that last timeout.
Pash, I'm going to ask you a question. Put yourself in the analyst role. You're at the 1-yard line, 2nd and 1. Do you run the ball now? Do you pass the ball? You've covered the game for a long time. What do you do?
Well, I'd love to get Emari DeMercado's second touchdown. I think that's why they ran it to him there. So I wouldn't be surprised. Just hand it off to him here. You got plenty of time. You don't get in. Call timeout. And then you got plenty of time for your third down play. Agree or disagree?
I agree, but for a different reason. I want to see the big, bad uglies on the inside be physical.
Instead, Brissett will throw. Fires back in the end zone, and a flag down. It was caught by Higgins, but they're going to say he was out of bounds. So incomplete pass. Mike Edwards in coverage. Again, multiple flags down. It's going to be on Kansas City, so it's going to be an automatic first down. But no touchdown.
Holding. Defense number 30. 5-yard penalty with an automatic first down.
Surely now they'll give it to DeMercado.
Maybe, right? Because now all of a sudden, yeah, it was a penalty on the defense, but you lost 6 seconds. Seconds and time is valuable in the red zone. You have a timeout, maybe you hand it off and call it, then pass it. But those 6 seconds could prove costly if they don't get in the end zone on this play.
They put Preseason in shotgun on first down and goal from the 1. Preseason will throw. Back shoulder fade, and it's knocked away. Incomplete. Intended for Palmer, and that was Williams. We got the pass breakup. Tajon Palmer, 6th round draft pick last year out of UAB, the intended target, but Noel Williams was right there.
And Noel Williams is a stud. I covered him a lot at Cal last year. He is a playmaker.
Did he get his jersey, though? He had his back to the ball. Did he get his jersey before the ball arrived?
And the 49ers are going to take their final timeout.
San Francisco, a 30-second timeout. Third timeout, correction.
Safe to say the Niners are playing this end of half a little differently than they win the regular season.
Yeah, I would think.
And hope.
Yeah. Not a lot of, obviously they want to handle this situation the right way, but these preseason games, there is not a lot of game planning. It is putting guys in position and to see if they can come up with the answers. It's all about evaluation.
Every snap so valuable. So third down and 12 here with 6 seconds left before the break. Pressure in Bradley's face, and he dumped it down to Corey Kiner. He's got a little running room, gets a block out in front from Drake Nugent. And that is how the first half will end.
The end of the first half.
49ers jumped out to a 9-0 start, 20 unanswered from the Denver Broncos. Debo's gone, but his chain's still here. Coming up on the Toyota halftime show, Vern Glenn standing by with Lorenzo Neal, and we'll hear from 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy.
Time in the pocket, throws to the far side, and that ball is intercepted.
You knew it was going to be tough coming into Kansas City on a Monday night. I never saw this one.
Obviously, you had a bad taste in your mouth. You go on Monday Night Football and you get, you get pummeled.
That really challenged the character of a team that had so many new pieces that we didn't really know how we would react as a team.
Hell of a player, alien, avatar, one-on-one beast.
Kyle Hamilton. I think he just went out that game, and I got put in at his position, and the guy came to block, and I just thought, what will Kyle Hamilton do?
Here they're going to flip flipping the turban to try to get a little trickery there, and he gets belted. Oh my, what a hit from Kyle Hamilton, who took his helmet off.
One of the best overall young safeties in all of football.
He is one of one, Kyle Hamilton.
He can play any position. That's probably the most impressive thing about him, whether it's safety, whether it's linebacker,